Hello, my lovelies. Welcome back. This is our cozy and realistic no mod series where we play as General of the Minutemen, working to rebuild the Commonwealth one settlement at a time. And we are continuing our build here at Egret Tours Marina. Now, we've had some issues since the last next-gen update with the game becoming very laggy, so I'm hoping this is okay. I have reduced the visual settings a little bit. You can see the shadow of the tree on the building looks a little funky, but hopefully that'll keep the lag a little more tolerable as we sort of figure out what's going on with this game. Anyway, let's get into it. Now, we've done a lot of work here in the gallery. I feel super good about it. Actually, I kind of forget what we did upstairs last time, so let's check that up. Oh, yes, it's so cute. We have these little rooms. We have a little guard area here, which is great. We could set up a more proper guard post. We have these little beds. Oh, I just love this so much. This is really coming together so beautifully. And of course, we have the artist space here, which they can use for painting, for restoring pre-war paintings, which I love so much. And we did some work on the boathouse as well, even though nobody could figure out this door. This is the guy who lives here in the boathouse. This is Hans. Is that a real pillar or a pillar I left? That is a real pillar out in the wild. How lovely. Anyway, Hans has some chem manufacturing going on here. I think he lives upstairs. Yeah, we did a sort of residential area for him back here. That's just wonderful. On the docket for today, we do have this little, not boathouse, because the first thing is a boathouse. We do have this little area, which I think we're going to use as sort of a trade depot, because it is right by the boat. Well, you know, quote unquote wasteland boat, where things would be coming in and out. And then if we have room left in the size limit, we do have some space over here, which I would love to make like a clothing store, just because I think it's a good area for it. But let's start with the trade depot, I guess is what I'm calling it. Let's shut this door so this guy could find his way. I don't know why they have such a hard time with this door. They understand doors, usually, kind of, in general. And then we still have this whole parking lot, but we've used up so much of the size limit already that I almost feel like the parking lot is going to be unused. I might need to build a new PC. Is what I'm learning with all of this. There's only so much we can do with limiting our build sizes and lowering the visuals quality. At a certain point, I need more power. But we'll see. We'll see. All right, we know that we want this to be a general trader, because this guy would be trading in everything that comes in and out of the boat. So we're also going to put a ton of storage in here. And if I'm thinking it through, he would also live here, right? Because where else would this guy live? So maybe I swing this way, and then we can do like an interior wall and add a small bedroom back here. The beds could also go back this way, but then of course we run into the issue of these things. We could also put the bedroom back out this way as sort of an add-on. I don't mind that either. How would a warehouse feel back here? Probably not bad. And if I pull this wall over, I'm looking at the top of the wall to try and line up where a roof would match. We don't really need a floor because we're on a floor, but that'll help us keep this aligned as well. Windows would be nice. And then maybe more windows on this side? Yeah, because it's facing the water. Let me grab, group select the whole thing so we can press it. Oh, but you know what? We are going to want to remove the floor piece because, like I said, it's already in a floor. And then this part that's like open. Do we want to keep that as a door? I don't know how aligned that is. We're going to find out. I mean, it's probably good this isn't a way to get in and out of their bedroom if this is a bedroom edition. From the outside, I like it. I have no hesitations about that.
Good work, okay? We need more people like you.
Oh, I hear somebody talking to Preston about the Minutemen.
Thanks. Glad to hear it.
You're a real hero. Not many around these days.
You're a real hero. Okay, well, he's barely
this.
doing anything.
I'm sure you'll put it to good use.
He's not giving us the money that people give him either. I wonder what happens to it. Oh, that's a perfect little band-aid here. That's wonderful. Oh, lovely. That feels really intentional in a very good way. Okay, that really does support this plan that this could be the sort of bedroom. Oh, but I moved it in too soon. And we weren't able to put a roof, so let's put a roof. I think that looks nice. I do kind of hate the effect of the side where it's like flat against the side. There's just something about that board in between that makes it feel like a mistake. I don't like that that has a gap. That feels nice because you've got like a lip on every side. It feels really nice. Let's go with that. And now we group select the whole thing again and just put it exactly where it was. The roof is gonna fight me now though, huh? Okay, we'll just get it as close as we can. Maybe this piece we do later. It's the roof it doesn't like, I think. Ooh, no, no, no! I can't go in the water. Uh-oh. Come back up. Preston's been trying to talk to us about his feelings again, which is always welcome. But when you have the same conversation that many times, it feels like maybe he should find a real therapist instead. Okay, that seems nice. I'm gonna fall in the water again if I move more. Oh, no, I didn't realize this roof is open on those sides. Is that a problem, though? Maybe it's not. From the inside, if we peek through... Yeah, you know what? I kind of don't mind that. It's just airy. And all the structures in this game are pretty airy, since they're not airtight anyway. Can I get this back to where it was before? I'd be okay using a pillar glitch on it, but I don't think we need one. That's really nice. Oh, that came together well. Okay. So now if we're in here... Oh, we've got a gap here. Maybe I should have placed this from the inside like this. Can I place this from the inside like this? If I group select this whole thing and then just place it where exactly I want it? Oh, yes, I can. That's magnificent. That's wonderful. Can I do a door or is it kind of too late for a door? I can do a door. Oh, that's wonderful. This really works as a bedroom space. The glass feels too much like a, I don't know, industrial. Not enough like a private residence store, because this would be back where they live. And remember, this is the guy who works at the trade depot is going to be the guy that's sort of in, I think it's like a sheriff's outfit. And I think he's the partner of this, the boat driving guy, the captain. So I think both of them, when they're not working, are back here. So we can do like a double bed in there. And then that's why I'm looking for a door that like closes all the way. You don't want it to feel industrial. You want it to feel private because it's in the back of a store. Let's open that. That's nice. Did we glitch this too far forward that it's going to be hard to put a bed in? They won't have much like room to walk around the bed. But maybe that's okay. If we just kind of mush two up next to each other. So it'll be like a queen size bed. Yeah. Oh, that's lovely. They won't really be able to walk around it, but you know, they don't really need to. Oh, that's so nice. I wonder if this wall would be better if it was solid. Just because then we could do like a painting or something behind them, and maybe it would make them feel a little less anxious too, to not have glass, broken glass above their head when they try and sleep. That's just a guess. But maybe this won't go back on that way. Maybe the beds are too close. We can try replacing the beds. Not a problem. Yeah, it was the beds. Oh, I love when I guess something and it's right, instead of spending so much time guessing and re-guessing and redoing. That was just so satisfying. And now we'll just push these right back up against where they were, trying to give each of them an equal space on the floor. That's very nice. And now, what about like a painting behind them? Something that feels like a headboard, you know, has that same sort of energy. Like, that's not bad. It feels redundant to do a boat when they're, you know, one of them makes his living with a boat. These feel too big. I want something smaller. Maybe the moose. Maybe we go back to the moose. These men aren't comforting. That was like a Minecraft grunt. I've been back into Minecraft for some reason. There we go. Oh, that's lovely. And then this seems like a really good place for a employees only sign. Restricted area. Keep out. Because the rest of this, you know, we might put up some other shelves that this would be a good place for them to browse if it's like the shop, but this is definitely a private area. I don't know if we have room for any storage for them. Yeah, because we're cramped here, and if we put like a dresser here, I don't think this guy would be able to get around it. We could do, okay, we could do footlocker at the foot of the bed. Don't hate that, for like little keepsakes. But we could also do, ooh, those cicadas are back in there, lovely. We could do like a shelf here. And then I don't think we can fit a footlocker on top of that shelf, can we? It'd be cool if we could. But I think the footlocker has to be on the ground. Dang, that would be so cool as like a keepsake upper level thing. Is that worth pillar glitching? It might be. It might be. Oh, well, it goes on the shelf down here. Oh, I thought it did, but maybe not. It was green, right? For a sec? It was green when I had it backwards, but I want it frontwards. That's not asking too much. Is this backwards? No. Okay, so it's only green kind of on the edge, but we want it more towards the middle. So we can make that happen. We go in warehouse, and grab a pillar. I love the pillar glitch. It's such an easy vanilla game way. Is that too far back now? No, the light's just being weird. It's not terrible. I want to try that again just to get it more, I don't know, aligned with the front, I think. Because there's not a ton of wiggle room, so we want to keep it more like that. Yeah. That feels wonderful. And now let's get the longer post. This doesn't want to go into the ground. Maybe it's too long. We can raise it in a few different steps, if that's the case. It's okay being on that side? Okay. That gets us somewhere. Is that tall enough? Oh, it is. I'll take that. Oh, yeah, definitely. That's super cool. And I'm just trying to see where it's actually intersecting. It looks like the left one is. But I can't tell on the right one. Feels okay. And now if I store the posts, that feels pretty good. Yeah, wait, that's really lovely. Is there like a little lamp? That would be nice up there, like this. Oh, I actually love that. I didn't think I would. I thought we were gonna try the lamp and then maybe go to candle or vase, but that's lovely. We could do a generator outside here. Like not even need a Wi-Fi glitch, but properly. Do we want to keep these fences? I think because we're keeping the fences on the other side, we don't need to keep these. We can come back and scrap them. But for now, there's room here for a generator. connectors. Just like this. And then we'll have power inside the trading depot too, which is kind of cool. That could be useful to us in a couple different ways. What am I looking for? Conduit. Just on the outside of this wall somewhere. Alright, that'll work. There we go. And that should give them lighting in that little lamp. Oh. There we go. Oh! That is delightful! Oh, lovely, lovely. I love it. I adore it. That's wonderful. That's their restricted area. Okay, marvelous. Marvelous. So I really like the idea of this whole thing. I think it's a trade depot in that all the shipments we get from the boat are going to come in here. Anything that needs to go into longer term storage, like this, gets moved here. So this has a lot of trunks. But this would have some trunks of perishable items. Okay, so if we follow that train of thought, an icebox could be really cool. I know we've got one somewhere. It might be miscellaneous. But we never get to use it. And if we follow the thread of logic, I do think it makes sense here. Where is the... What am I thinking of? It might be furniture miscellaneous. I thought it was containers. It still might be containers and I just missed it, so we'll check. Containers. Maybe we were just far over here in the vault stuff. No, I don't see it here. It's not a bed or a chair. Is it a shelf? I don't think so. Oh, maybe it's decorations. Decorations miscellaneous. There we go. There we go. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I think that's a really, really neat way of saying, you know, stuff that comes back on the ship, stuff that might be perishable, it goes right there first. That's wonderful. And then people might need to wait here for a bit if they've got a shipment coming in or they've got dealing to do, or they're just waiting for the guy who works here to be available to help them. So we'll put a bench here. Maybe they can help themselves to some fresh ice that's been brought in from another region. That's fun. Maybe we even want a table so they can sample some of the wares right away. This table feels too small, but this table feels, I guess, not too big. I guess it is an appropriate size table. I'm going to scooch the ice machine over just a touch. Is that a wrench on the ground? We can store that, can't we? There we go. And then when we drop junk, I feel like putting some Nuka-Colas on here would be good. It's kind of like, you know, maybe he takes the coldest ones out in the morning for people who are coming in to do their trading. Now shelves. And I'm hoping with the magic of shelves, we can kind of cover up a lot of the fallen shelves, or at least integrate it into feeling like it's on purpose that a lot of this is happening. You know, because even if we put just like a magazine rack back here, and then maybe another shelf like this, it just sort of feels more like maybe this is all on purpose. Maybe this is, you know, a salvaged piece. Maybe this is just where empty storage racks go. That feels nice. And this, because this one is standing upright, maybe we put some containers on this guy. Can I put containers on this guy? We could pillar glitch him if we have to. But a steamer trunk would also be good, I think. Ooh, and if we put a steamer trunk here, it does sort of help to wall off. Partition. Partition was the word I was looking for last time that I couldn't remember. I kept saying wall, but I knew I didn't mean wall. And thank God one of you commented the word that I was looking for. I always forget words in these videos. Is partition. This steamer trunk sort of helps partition this off and imply that, like, these things are storage that is not actively in use. And then this is more active storage. So we'll do a metal box. That feels good. A filing cabinet also feels really good here, although we never can get it right up against the back, and that bugs me. So we'll use a pillar glitch to do that. We'll come out here. Structures, warehouse. You'd think that I would know where the pillars are by now. And if we can't pillar glitch, these usually play pretty nicely with a rug glitch instead. That'll go nice. There we go. I think filing cabinets would be really important for tracking what's coming in, what's coming out. Actually, a desk might be a good move too then, because he's got to do paperwork probably, right? Where would a desk go here? I could replace this with the smaller general trading thing and then put a desk here as sort of an extension. We could glitch the two into each other. Let's see. Hi, you don't work here, but you are ready to start. That's wonderful. This would be such a cool, like, storage item back here. It's not tables, is it? Desks are in containers. Yeah, like if we use the half width one, that would be very cool. We don't have to use this shelf, but I do think it's neat. We could place the desk under here. We have the room right here. That's not bad. Yeah, especially if we move it right by the filing cabinet. That's not bad at all. I quite like that. There we go. And let's scooch a chair in there. That's wonderful. And another chair over here for good measure for when he's not standing. I'm just kind of waiting for more people to come in. That's really nice. And let's throw down some decorations. I'm really thinking plants here. I do love the lawn flamingo. We have used that in this settlement already as like a fun thing, so I don't know if we need another one here. But I think that would be nice. Yeah, little potted plant. You know what? This guy seems organized enough to have a live plant. He's not the one who's going out on the boat. So here we go. Potted plant. What else? I'm not opposed to a statue being like a salvage thing that was found and then moved to this storage area. That's cool. We never get to use these. That's kind of neat. It's just like something that was brought back. Ooh, and then because we have our artist, we could use this even as more storage. Are any of these something that he might want? We have Nuka Town. Yeah, I kind of like this. I kind of really like this. Maybe it was made at some point for like the boat, when the boat was maybe taking people back and forth. And it's just kind of here as a joke, like these are salvaged items, these are unused items. That's really cool. It's just got such a good feel to it. And can these smaller containers go here on the shelf? It looks like the cooler can, at least on that top rung. Oh, I guess the footlocker does. Okay. Okay, let's do... We did a footlocker right inside, though. And we did a metal box down there. Oh. That looks kind of weirdly glitched in the middle. Let's see if we can use a pillar glitch to place this more where we might want it, because I like the idea of a suitcase here. Oh, we can't sink this because we're not in the dirt. That makes sense. I'm just gonna kind of guess at a height and then hope that we can sink the pillar inside here, which I don't think we'll be able to do. But oh, we need it a little taller. A little taller than that. Okay. So the pillar just has to go down a little more. Maybe about that much. This is really guessing. If we need to, we'll put a dirt spot inside of here so we can adjust it. Oh, but that looks like it can adjust. I don't know why it wasn't doing that before. It wants to jump up. But I think right there. Oh, that's marvelous. Look at how lovely that is. It really does look like the suitcase was set out on that shelf. That's marvelous. Oh, that's really good. This light, I mean, there's nothing we can do about it, but I don't mind it there, so it'll stay there. I was gonna say we could put a bulb here, but we don't really need one because we have lighting. Oh, this is so cool. Wow, that came together. Oh, I'm gonna fall in the water again. I'm thinking about a sign. Well, we have display too. An armor rack is another thing that would look really storagey, but I think we've already accomplished this with the baseball statue guy. I like that. I don't think we've been able to use those before. But weapon racks are always nice for making like a visual difference. And I think that would be good here. We can write with neon letters because this is, you know, Hans's warehouse. This is the depot. Is depot the right word? No, I really don't know. I don't actually need these to light up. You know what? I'm gonna want 2 of these weapon racks because I'm gonna want it to say Egret Depot. Because if you're coming in on a boat, if you don't live at this settlement, it would be nice to be like, oh, there's the sign for Egret Depot. That's where I'm supposed to go. How many words is Egret and how many words is depot? I don't know. Where am I? Decorations. I need power, neon, white. E. Oh, we should have started a little more left, but we can adjust. Oh yeah, that's good. That's great. And I think this is the same amount of letters. D. Depot. Egret Depot. That's so lovely. Do we have any other wall signs that feel good here? Restricted area, tools. Oh my goodness, have we not thought about a clinic in this settlement? We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that thought. I just wonder if there's anything else right here. And that is pretty nice. That's awesome. I know there's not power here. We do have the generator on the other side. We could loop it over the roof, maybe? The power? I don't know if that's a good idea. Or a possible idea, but it is an idea. And that is step 1. Do I need to get up there to really see what's happening? I might. Let's pop down some stairs. Just for exploring this silly idea. Okay, because if we come over the power, if we do a second one like this, does that work? Is that close enough? I don't think it is. Oh no, it looks like it is. That's wonderful. Oh, that wasn't too hard to do at all. Lovely. That's marvelous. So we still have... Oh, did that disconnect? That's so weird. I just need to place it again? Alright, that's not too difficult to do. You know what I kind of want to do in here, though, because we have the bed so close to the window, and the window is lovely. But if I were them, I would want a curtain, and I wonder if we can use one of the banners here as sort of a curtain. I mean, it's not going to be like as effective as a blackout curtain, but wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be what you wanted here? Like, sunlight's going to come in. I don't know why it doesn't want to go here, though. These banners have weirdness. Oh. We'll go there. Will this one do the same thing if I place it high enough and then bring it down? Because I like that it's a corner one. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. See, it's just like a little cozier for them in this room. Okay, I know these roots keep getting in my face, but I kind of like those too. I mean, that's really sweet. I love that. Let's find the guy and assign him. Yeah, I love this. Because I know he's walking around here somewhere. We can assign his husband to the bed. That's awesome. That's really great. Okay, you have the left side of the bed. Now let's grab the other guy. I don't know where he is. Might be in here. We should add noodles to the menu as well. Hans is unassigned. This is one of the farmers, I think. But Hans lives in the depot. Oh, here we go. Hi. You, I'm just gonna jump off the roof because I can. Oh, you're stuck on the door again. They really have problems with that door. You go there. And if we can grab him again to assign him to the bed. I think it's nice to have a bed. We've grabbed him. Excuse me. And we'll just pop out here and put him on the right side. And we should be able to start getting rid of our don't be mad at me like temporary setup. There we go. So everybody's got somewhere safe to be. Does this wall feel kind of boring now? I feel like maybe it does. Were there any signs? Not liquors. It's not really any of these things, huh? I like this though as like a warning that it's kind of industrial in here. Like if, you know, they're not using cranes, but maybe when you've got big boats like this come in and you've got big crates to move, maybe when they're coming in, it's dangerous to be sitting here, you know? Is that light giving us enough light? Because we have the power. We have the power. Put a light bulb here? It's kind of harsh overhead lighting. I actually might like the dangling the dangling fluorescent. So we'll leave it at that. Let's clean up this fence while we're here, because it'll give us some room back in the build limit, and we're not really using it. Because we did our farm on the other side. So I don't know what this area could be used for yet, but I don't want it to be walled off. We'll just keep that kind of nice and open. And we've got the natural barrier of these rocks and trees and stuff, so I'm not really worried about the protection that fence was offering, because let's be real, it was a pretty broken fence. It wasn't offering us a ton of protection anyway. That's super nice. Okay, I know it's getting dark in game, so I'm debating if we want to sleep now. Okay, that's good. We do need to do something with this. And I was thinking library. I really was thinking library, but now that I've realized we don't have a medical center, it could be a clinic. Somebody's talking. Oh, they're just talking about the slot machine again. So it could be medical center, and I did really want to do a clothing store. I really wanted to do a clothing store here. We can definitely scrap this blasted tree. Give ourselves some room here. I'm not trying to put a light bulb on the tree, just trying to scrap the tree. Can I scrap this sunken boat? Anything we can do with the sunken boat? I don't think so. We can scrap the tire wall. Oh, 30 rubber. Doesn't really help us out because remember, we're using God mode to not have to worry about gathering materials for these builds. This is just nice. The water and the kind of soft ambient music. It's just nice being here. I love doing these. I love doing these so much. Okay, so we've got clear spots to do kind of a clothing factory there. And then, you know what I realized when I was walking around? I'm just going to keep scrapping these trees because I would rather have room to drop junk. Oh, can I not walk up here? What I realized as I was walking around here is that there's actually such a lovely little lip of stone outcropping here. I just want to put little stairs here so we can get up here easier. There's got to be a way for these to be not bad. I don't know why they don't want to go. What if I do the big ones? Oh, weirdly, it likes the big ones more. All right. But this little outcropping, because we have talked about how it would be important to protect a position like this because you've got boats coming in and out here, that this could be a really good place to do a guard station. You know? If I put down a foundation here, just to sort of mark it. See how it just sort of balances here, and then we still have room here. This settlement just goes farther this direction than I thought it did. So this could be really cool. How far could we take that? If I grab this whole thing, shift it left. Oh, then that's kind of nice, huh? That's pretty cool. But we don't have to be deciding that now. Let's sleep until we get more light. Look, the clouds are going all cotton candy pink. And then we can think too about a clothing operation here. I don't know why I latched on to clothing. I think it's just because there's a bunch of clothing related junk that we can drop, like the iron and the cotton yarn and the tannery things and like cloth. Like we can build it out in a way that feels realistic, that somebody would come to this trading hub of a settlement with the big depot and manufacture here. Okay, let's sleep. Let's sleep for 11 hours. I think the sun comes up around 7. Nice full night's sleep of 12 or 11 hours. That's the dream, isn't it? Ooh, it's raining. That's okay. We love the rain. It's so soothing. I guess it didn't really help it be any lighter, but maybe that'll change as the day goes on. We can keep our Pip-Boy light on in the meantime too to sort of help that. This just... that scratches such an itch for me. The words and the plants and the light and just everything.
Yes.
Let's pop on our other item that we have for sale, which is noodles, as suggested by y'all in the comments.
Haha, win again.
I don't think these letters take up a bunch of space in the size limit. At least I really hope they don't. They're so tiny.
You gotta try this.
Whenever I let go of my mouse. N-O-O. I wonder how they're making noodles. Do we think they're doing it themselves with the razor grain sort of milled into a flour? That seems feasible. Or is it like a pre-war ramen that's been preserved for 200 years? I could see either one. They always have those cup of noodles. And I'm thinking 8 caps. Oop, I went too far left. C. A. P. S. There we go. Really, I should have shifted this left. There, that feels fair. And like a good price for noodles, too. I love this. Nobody's eaten noodles yet, but it's not dinner time yet. Alright. It's raining. Let's plop down some shelter here and see how far we can get with a clothing shop. Now, we've done clothing shops before as like a barn. I like that. I like the barn set. Let's see what it can do. I'm gonna get sucked into the idea of trying to do a loft again. I know it. I know myself and I know it. We don't need to do a loft here. It would be cool though. It would be cool. If I want to do 2 levels, maybe the shack wall would be better to do that with though. Let's see if we can do a structure with these guys. And I think I'm gonna get rid of the floor here. Oh, interesting. It's not really a full 2 squares wide. Yeah, we don't really have room. Okay, interesting. That's gonna change how we do this. Let's see if we have an upper floor. And then like that. What does that connect to? Would that snap to something like this? I don't think so. What about this? This would have to be pretty big to pull off a second floor. Still, we're just feeling stuff out. I'm not committing to this yet. Because this could be... that could go there. And this could go here. Struggling to get it aligned. The upper floor is just so thick that it makes it hard. I guess that is where this... oh no, is this snapping to this? This won't snap here. Okay, sorry, that was a little test. There we go. That could work. Could, in theory. I know I'm using all the same wall. We'll swap it out for other things. This is mostly just to see what our options are. 'Cause I'm not liking this. I do like the idea of a partial second floor, but just not this way. What about this? Those are always neat. Will this snap to that? Maybe not. But maybe it doesn't need to snap if we just kind of push it right up against there. Right? That's not far. That's actually, that's really good. And then like this. We could do... oh, this is interesting. These structures don't even really need to be connected. I don't think I like this. I don't think I like the shape that it's going in. my auto light. I have a plant timer light next to me and it just shut off. Let's just keep using this wall to explore what we could do. Because this could be long. Oh no, that I hate. I hate that. That these walls won't touch each other if they're separated by something like that, and I don't have a way of patching the gap. We ran into this at Longfellow's cabin, I remember. I think we ended up patching it with maybe it was the balcony railing things. Like it was possible. It wasn't pretty, but it was possible. Do that. And if we grab a pillar, I think a pillar will help make this more realistic and supported here. Maybe? Maybe not. Oh, because I want it to sink into the ground a little bit, and it doesn't want to do that. Well, what if we do like this? No? No sinking in here? That'll go. Why will you? But not you. That's so interesting. If this could be like a little taller. But it doesn't want to be. It's the gap of that upper floor that really makes this difficult, because there's not another piece that's like that size. We could see if we want to swap to something like a barn piece here. We're in the exploratory phase. And will this snap here? I don't think so. And do barns have like a second floor thing? They do, and there's... that's interesting. Maybe we do this with barn pieces instead. Because a barn piece, then there's no gap. Like vertical gap. Because I could put this here. There is where I want it. And then this piece, if I do two more of these like next to it, will be flush. Oh, and I think that is what I want. Okay. Okay, so let's store the shack pieces. I was just kind of directionless exploring, but we found a direction. Oop, I should have moved all of those at once. That's okay though, because we'll just mindfully place it as close as we can to the edge. Okay. Is that on top of? Yes. Okay. See what I mean? This floor doesn't cause a gap between the two pieces. And that's not something we will take for granted. I just need to put one on the back side. That's what I'm trying to do. But it might need a floor to guide it. Oh, and that floor is gone now? Hold on. Let's move stuff out of the way. We were doing a lot of exploring. I would love if this is still a piece we can use. I don't know if it will be. Let's just scooch it all the way over here for now. We are just exploring. And we'll just move this out of the way. Because this piece that went into the ground. Can I grab you back? I really hope I can grab you back. It looked like I could for a second there. Oh, yep. Yep. Come here. Come here. There we go. Just a little finagling and we got there. I would rather use this to build and then we can delete it and sync everything where it should be. There we go. Okay. Oh, but now this piece is being kind of odd. And that's okay. We can put it all back. So we'll grab this wall. And that'll go there. This wall. And that'll go here. And then we'll put a floor like that. I just like the idea of like a living space being on the second floor. Wow, and the barn and warehouse sets are just so conducive for big structures. It's wonderful. It's really awesome. And they also have the half pieces, like this. But then I don't have to struggle and fight with the shack half piece. Oh, I don't want this to have railings. Is there a stairway that doesn't have railings? Okay, barn and warehouse both have those railings. Was it concrete that had sort of open railings? This works. No, it's a little high and it has railings. This works, but again, it ends up a little off the ground because the height is different. We checked concrete. We didn't like concrete. What about scaffolding? Scaffolding sometimes has some options. A variety of options, really. But I think they need to snap to a scaffolding piece. Yeah, those don't want to snap to this barn piece. You know, we do have scaffolding pieces. It wouldn't be impossible to try and put one of them up here. I don't know that they would snap. Where do these snap? Do these snap at all? I don't think so. Oh! Well, I should never speak too soon. I should know my lesson by now. Because now, will stairs snapped? Stairs will snap to that. And that gives us, you know what I love, a lovely little loft. We don't actually need that scaffolding frame. Let's see if we can build out the rest of this structure without it feeling weird. Because we can't do a full wall this way, is what we... Actually, that looks like it fits, doesn't it? I wanted to do a half like that. And it is annoying we don't have a half-shaped wall. Or do we? Is this thing a half-shaped wall? Or this thing? They're not nothing. They're not terrible. We could work with that. Oh, this... Can this go? Oh, it can. It can. Okay. That's really cool. I really like that. It's gonna be so hard to put a roof on it, though. The barn set is missing some critical pieces to be able to do things with the half floors. Like we've struggled to find things that fit in the gaps left here. We could make this a full 2 squares wide. I know I've been towing that idea without actually getting there, but hey, we can. Let's see what that would feel like. Because maybe even the stairs do like a neat thing in the corner. That would be awesome if we could pull that off. I don't know how to pull that off. Let's do solid wall, solid wall. Because we have this half piece. You know what I mean? This would be really cool. Does that work? It kind of seems like what these half pieces are meant for. Oh! What do you know? It does work. That's pretty cool, huh? Okay. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going with that. We'll do... Oh, we gotta put the floor down, even if we don't want to keep the floor. It'll help us build. Let's do windows on this side because it faces the water. Let's swap these two. This piece here. And then this piece here, just because you don't really know what's coming in from the outside, so that might be good. And then maybe this piece has a little more holes in it because they're kind of guarded by the rock on that side, so maybe they didn't prioritize that as much. I can get behind that. How's the door feel? What did I walk into? Oh, it's this piece we were saving. Do we like the idea of bringing this out a little bit this way, just for some visual interest? I don't think so, because I think the upstairs is already so interesting. We could do this like in 2 parts. That's always neat. That adds a little something. Just makes the texture a little different. It's cool. Alright, come in here. We could definitely make this a proper clothing shop. Let's finish off the structure so we know sort of how the roof needs to go to make this possible. I hope this is possible. Is what I'm doing here possible? I feel like no. Because if I do a roof like this, that's not enough to put the stairs under it. Why not? We've done roofs like this before. This is usually, yeah, okay. And we can even do it like this one. So there's a little more headroom in the middle. Maybe it's a corner piece, like this. I never really think through pieces like this. Oop, I let go of my mouse. But I think we'd want the other pieces to come up and meet it, right? Because ideally, this wall is like this to sort of gently lift it up. Which means, okay. Like that. And then like this. This does not want to go here. Is it because of the stairs? I don't think this is the right roof. That works. Yeah, this doesn't want to go here. Is it the stairs? Yes, it is the stairs. Yeah, that's too short. Okay, interesting. So this needs to be higher up. Okay. Let's make it higher up then. Is this, if I do the roof kind of like this, is that going to be too hard to fill in? I think so. Because there's no piece. Well, let's put the stairs back first, because we need those. Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's a roof that's gonna do what I want it to here. This would be okay, but I don't think I can use this corner piece then. So then, oh, this is so hard to visualize. What does this do? Does this have to go like this? Or like this? Maybe this has to be, okay, maybe this piece back here Has to be a proper half wall. And we can even make it a little half wall with a window in it. Get some light and variety. There we go. Okay, this is making a little more sense because now we can use the slanty bit like this to fill in that gap. Okay, there we go. There we go. How's this feeling? Not bad. Not bad. We could give her a little more headroom too if we go like this. I'm worried that might look a little silly from the outside, but let's try it and then let's go outside and look at it. I don't want to miss out on something cool because we're worried about silly. Let's do this one here, because I'm imagining this is like her bedroom. We'll do a solid one for a little more security. Okay. How does that feel? Ooh. I almost want it to be completely walled off. Which we can do, just like that. Now that's a private loft. That's pretty cool. From the inside, is my Pip-Boy on? From the inside, I really like this. Is my Pip-Boy green again? I think I changed it to white at one point. And then when the game crashed and I had to uninstall everything, it must have. Let's go ahead and make that a lovely, it was like kind of a yellow before. Sorry about that, I forgot. That's good, that's fine for now. We'll come back to that. Okay, that's a nice little upstairs sort of loft area. This downstairs works. I'm in the water again. I know, Preston. Oh, that's kind of neat, huh? That's really neat. I like that. Let's keep going with that. I thought I might hate it, but it is kind of like cool factory. Wow. How awesome. For the sake of stability. Oh, this feels weird now, doesn't it? I swear it wasn't green before the game crashed, and now, well, you see where we are. Let's throw a pillar in there for some stability. Let's throw a door on the front door. And then let's do what I said we were gonna do and scrap the floors and then try and sink the whole thing a little bit more towards the ground. Because I want to be able to reuse the floors that are the floors, because it's nice. Is this possible? Yes! Oh, that looks wonderful. I think. We'll see. We'll see when we get inside. Oh my goodness, yes! How lovely is that? That's marvelous. Oh my gosh. Okay. Love that. This is magnificent. Wow. Okay. And you know what? I didn't realize that we were already at time, but now that we have the structure, this feels like a good place to be. I really like this, and next time we can fill this up. I'm thinking, you know, kind of personal area there on top. I'm thinking we load this up with mannequins and cloth and irons and everything that'll make that feel like a clothing shop. This is awesome. I feel really good about this. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments. And if you didn't, give it a thumbs down and let me know in the comments what I could have done better. Reading the comments is my favorite part of every single week. You guys are the best. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
I got word of a settlement that needs our help. I'll mark the location on your map.